The main reason ravers struggle to balance fitness and festivals is simply because they do not know how to consistently build strength and or confidence through their own community. Today, I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can effectively build your strength and your confidence through this one thing called the FR methodology. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. Who's this random guy trying to teach me about fitness? My name is Armando. I'm the owner and founder of the Fit Rave Fam, and we have helped over 150 plus ravers learn how to build their strength and their confidence by finding a true community. I've watched myself grow and change time and time again, and I've helped over 150 ravers in the Fit Rave Fam finally grow into the person they were meant to be. I've watched them have amazing success following our FR methodology, and today I want to show you how you can do the exact same thing. So come on in, follow me inside, and let's go. All right, so first things first, I would love to welcome you into the Fit Rave Fam community. Thank you for taking the time to want to better yourself. I cannot tell you how big of a step this is. Even you just taking the time to learn more about yourself, learn how you can better yourself, it is going to pay off so much in the end. So let's go ahead, let's break it down. How can we build a more sustainable balance between fitness and festivals without giving up the one thing we all love, raving? Let me give you some background about myself. I started my athletic career back in 2014. I was 110, 108 pounds way back when. I graduated high school, got to college, and I honestly was like 120 pounds in high school. Sorry, when I got to college. Once I started, I was like, I'm over this. I hate being small. I hate feeling bad about myself. I hate going to festivals and getting knocked around. So I decided to make a change. Fast forward to 2020, I started competing in bodybuilding. I love the sport. It really taught me a lot about myself. I learned so much about health and fitness. But on that same note, it was not sustainable. I couldn't do what I loved doing, and that was going to shows and festivals. So fast forward back to 2021 and 2022, that's when we started the Fit Rave Fam. Ever since then, it has been my goal to really help festival goers learn how to balance fitness and festivals. Along the way, we've transitioned and we made a lot of changes. Here we are today. We have over 150 plus members. We are helping people from all across the country, even all across the world at this point, learn how to find that balance between fitness and festivals. We're all there to have a good time. We're all there to just share experiences with one another. The last thing you should be is worried about yourself or worried about your own health. So let's break down how more so you can balance this into your own life. First thing, our FR experience. When we first started, I really didn't have a clear vision as to how we were going to help people. But as time has gone on, I have nailed down the perfect science on how we can replicate this time and time again. We've worked with over 150 people since 2021. And let me just take a second to look back at all the success we've had over the years. Oh, Angel, one of my favorite people I ever work with. Angel's currently one of our Fit Rave Fam members. She actually came in from one of our oldest members who started with us way back when. And her story is insane. The pictures tell a million stories, that alone. Checking in with this girl week by week, I love hearing how much she is consistently working on herself. She's constantly trying to find a better balance with her nutrition. She's constantly trying to better herself mentally, pull herself out of those low points, depressive points, things like that. At the end of the day, she is a prime example of someone who is not giving up. She has followed our methodology to a T. She has become a student of the game. And because of that, look at this. She's literally wearing the same exact fit as she was however many years ago. She wore this to be on Wonderland this past year, and she looks absolutely amazing. Our next member, Jackson, based out of Seattle, Washington. When he came to us, he was underweight, never worked out, really struggling to even have the confidence to get in the gym. Ever since starting to build out a program for him, not only has he gained weight, not only has he gained strength, but look at the confidence difference. The pictures speak for themselves. Back at the gorge, wearing a t-shirt, pants, nothing really festival-like, to now going to shows, going to festivals, wearing whatever the fuck he wants to wear and being proud of it. That's what it's all about. The changes you make inside the gym, 110% correlate to how you're going to hold yourself outside of it. And it's because he's followed this methodology to a T that he's seen success. Last but not least, one of our longest running fan members, Aaron, he came to me back in 2021, right when our fam first started, with the idea of, hey, I just want to feel better and get healthier. Fast forward a couple of years, and he's literally deadlifting 400, 500 plus pounds. He's showing up to the groups every day. He's traveling across the country, still going to shows and festivals. He's meeting up with other members. I don't know if you can see this picture down in the back corner, meeting up with members, going to festivals together. He is the epitome of what this community is about. We're going to get you stronger. We're going to get you healthier. We're going to get you feeling better. But at the end of the day, building yourself a community of people who love these same things is what's going to help you find a success in the long run. Who is this training for? This training is really meant for festival goers who are struggling to feel confident in their own skin. I've been there a million times. I know a lot of people on part of our fam have been there. The last thing you should be worried about at a festival is the way you look. And so we really want to help people feel confident when they walk through those festival gates. Number two is those who may be new to the gym. I understand that for a lot of people, raves were our escape. Those were our one things where we could feel accepted. And so because of that, we didn't feel accepted in the gym. We didn't feel accepted on the field or on the court playing high school sports. For most people, this is their first time ever getting to the gym, and they just simply do not know where to begin. This training is also for those who need to find community outside of festivals. It's really, really easy to get caught up in the party lifestyle of festivals. I've been there multiple times. I hear stories about it all the times. I get it. We all love partying, but at the end of the day, you need a healthy outlet outside of just going to shows and festivals to keep you on the right track. And lastly, if you're someone who goes to festivals back to back to back, or maybe you work in the scene and you're just constantly on the go, we're going to show you how to fit this into your lifestyle. That way you can continue doing what you love without having to give up and sacrifice a lot along the way. What is the FR methodology? All right, let's start getting into it. First things first, we have 3 big goals. Our goals are to help you build your confidence and your strength through building a community. There's a reason that all 3 of these pillars mean so much to us. So let's take a moment and break down each one of these pillars and exactly how you can implement them into your day-to-day life. Our first pillar is confidence. Now, I'm going to be honest, I've been raving for 10 plus years. As accepting and open as raves and festivals are, at the end of the day, it can be really hard to get out of your own head. When you're standing in the crowd, bumping shoulders with someone, or maybe you're even looking around and you're potentially judging someone else, not in a negative way, but just wishing that you looked as good as them, it takes away from your experience, and that's not what festivals are about at all. You may even hold yourself back from making new friends. I find oftentimes people don't go up and say hi, or maybe they don't go and trade candy with someone because they're intimidated by them or they're worried about the way that they look. You might even skip out on the group pictures. Man, did I do this a million times growing up. I never wanted to be a part of the group picture, especially if I was like shirtless or something at an event, because I wasn't confident in the way I looked, and I didn't want those pictures out there posted on the internet or in other people's hands. Another one I see a lot is people comparing themselves to other people. Now, comparison isn't always a bad thing. Maybe you just think that person looks great. Maybe you just really love their outfit. But when it starts getting into your head and taking away from your experience, that's when it becomes a problem. How we help people really pull themselves out of this rut. It's a 3-step process. So first things first is we need to see where exactly you are starting from. Every single person is different. I don't care how advanced or how beginner you are. Everyone's starting point is different. And so first things first is we want to see where you're starting at. That way we can move on to step 2 and start building out some small attainable goals for you, depending on what your goal is. If your goal is to gain weight, lose weight, maybe it's to compete in a marathon or a 5K, who knows? We're going to start setting up some goals for you and set up a step-by-step routine that fits into your lifestyle so you can still go to festivals, you can still go to shows, and still make progress. And last but not least is we need to sit down and reflect on what actually works. We know generally what works, but maybe this change wasn't the best for you and we need to try something else. Maybe your body reacted really, really well to this food, but we find out you're allergic to this food along the way. That is where we need to sit down, reflect, and make changes along the way. That way we can keep you progressing day after day. Let's break it down a little bit. So one of our longest running members, Zoe, she's a prime example of someone's confidence changing over time. When we first met Zoe, she seemed like she was holding herself back a little bit. I noticed that she was kind of nervous speaking to people in the crowd. She wasn't always the most social one. She felt limited in the outfits she could wear. I would notice her like go and maybe try on one outfit, but then actually wear something more covering and more, bigger t-shirt, bigger jacket, something like that when we actually went out. She restrained herself from dancing. And this is what I thought was odd because I knew she loved dancing. And so I was wondering why she was holding herself back, sitting back and just standing in the crowd, or like would walk back to go talk to someone instead. Now, fast forward a couple months and I've seen her mindset and her energy completely change. Now she steps out of her comfort zone to support new people. I know this because when we had a retreat, she was talking to people left and right. Number 2, she wears whatever the fuck she wants to wear. If anything, she is the most out there. She's always in the decorative rave fits. I'm all for it. And last one is she's so proud of her dancing. She literally sent me pictures of her in line waiting for tryouts to go and perform at a local Denver show. Now, if that isn't a flip, I don't know what is. Taking someone who was not very social, not very confident, worried about what they were wearing, to now a complete 180 trying to perform and dance on stage. That is amazing. And it's all because she took the time, took the energy to work on herself. Number 2, when you hear the word strength, it's more than just being physically strong. Yes, we do want to do that. But at the end of the day, we want to get you mentally and emotionally strong as well. Physically, we're going to focus on weightlifting. That way you have the energy and endurance to last the entire night. And then on top of that, if you want to give the homies a shoulder ride, when the headliner comes on, or you need to be able to carry your friend who maybe went too hard out of the festival. That's why we need to be strong. We truly believe that when you have goals outside of, hey, what's this next event you're going to? Or, hey, what's the next party favor you're taking? It's a hell of a lot easier to keep yourself on the right path without going off the deep end with partying. I've had friends go off the deep end. You potentially have had friends go off the deep end. When you start focusing on your strength, both physically and mentally, it is damn near impossible to go off the deep end there. Let me break down David's story. So David started with a joined our fam back in January of 2024. He moved from Ohio with his fiance, who's also part of our fam. And when he first came to us, he really struggled with being underweight and completely inexperienced in the gym. Never lifting weights, never doing anything of that sort, just completely brand new to the health and fitness scene. We helped him both gain physical and mental strength. And let's break down exactly how we do this. First things first is when he first started, we built out an entire 4-month program to address his imbalances and help him gain strength. I knew where his pain points were. And so that's why we built out a program so we could target those exact things. From there, we spent a ton of time educating him on proper nutrition so he can consistently gain healthy weight. Since then, he's gained almost about 25 pounds, which is insane. Last but not least, it doesn't matter how physically strong you are or how healthy you're eating. If your mental is not in check, it's all going to go downhill. So in return, we had daily mental check-ins to make sure he was motivated and driven to consistently keep training. Again, if your head's not in the game, it's so easy to fall off. And so we wanted to make sure that we could check in with him, make sure he's mentally strong so that he could show up for himself every single day. Last but not least, and this is how you're going to find success in whatever it is you do, is you need to surround yourself with people who share the same values and same passions. I've seen it time and time again. When you surround yourself with people who have similar goals, who are going through similar struggles, and who are passionate about the same things, it is damn near impossible to not start seeing success within yourself. You start feeling more motivated and driven in your day-to-day life because you're being held accountable by your FR fam. In our fam, we are really, really big on communicating. Just like in a relationship, just like with your friends, just like with your family, communication is everything. We stay connected through Discord, social media, in-person meetups, and of course, this would not be the Fit Rave Fam if we did not go to shows and festivals together. That's what this group is all about. We do not want to make people stop doing what they love. We want to encourage it, and we want to influence it and help people do it the right way. Let's break down Emily's story a little bit. Emily is one of our original members. She trained with us for years, starting way back in 2021 when we started. Now, we get it. Real life things happen. Real life stressors pop up, whether it be personal, medical, whatever it may be. Because of that, she no longer is currently training with us. But despite that, despite her not physically working with us, she is still a huge part of the community. And I think that just goes to show how big of an impact this group has made on her. Despite not being able to train with us, she still continues to work out on her own. I get the pictures. I see the stories every now and again. And she stayed heavily involved in our fam on Discord and over in-person events. Today, I see her in the group chats, going there, asking people for advice, getting tips on when she needs it. But at the same time, asking members how they're doing, checking in with them. When someone is going through a hard time or they just generally need some advice, I never don't see her jump in there and offer her 2 cents. It's amazing to see. Let's recap a little bit. First things first is we want to get you stronger and we want to get you feeling more confident. How do we do that? We do that exactly through building community. You know our values, you know our visions. And if this resonates with you, if you truly do value community and you feel like that's what it takes to get you to that next step, then I would love to hop on a quick 10 to 15 minute call with you to give you some guidance on how you can start your journey. If this sounds like you, do me a favor, find a time that works best for you and book a call using the link that I have attached to the description of this video and or in the email that I sent you itself. I love meeting new members. I love being able to talk with you guys. Just being able to simply sit down and talk through some of these pain points you might be having might even shine some light on what really is going to help you to get to that end goal. Thank you guys for taking the time to sit down and watch through this. I love getting to share this information with you. I hope this was valuable to you. If you ever see any of us, our coaches, our fan members, myself at a festival, please do not hesitate to come say hi and introduce yourself. We will always return the favor. We'll probably trade some candy and give some trinkets back to you. But again, if you ever see us, come say hi and thank you. And I really hope this helped you.